Let's talk about location, where to stay in Rome. Rome is a big city. There's, I don't know, 3-4 million people live in Rome. But as a tourist, especially if you're going for your first time, you want to be fairly close to the sites, making it super convenient. Now, sometimes, especially if you're visiting in high season, it can be fairly expensive to stay in the center. That also is another reason why being there in the off season can make a lot of sense. But I think it's important to invest in an area that's central. And the most central area is the historical area of Rome. Now, the historical area itself is fairly large, so let's narrow that down a little bit. Near Largo Argentina, that's kind of the hub of Rome, a hub of all of the historical area. And from there, it's easy to get to the Spanish Steps, to get to the Pantheon, to Piazza Navona, to Campo dei Fiori, to, everywhere else that you want to visit, Trastevere, Capitol Museum, Capitol Hill there, the Campidoglio. There's so much that is so central to Largo Argentina. It just makes a lot of sense. Now, when I say stay in the area of Largo Argentina, I'm talking about the general area around there. If you're within 200 meters of there, you're going to be in really good shape. So that just makes it super convenient, a super great place to base from. And if you're outside in a far area in a neighborhood that's far from the center, that means every time you want to come home in the middle of the day, it's just not real convenient. So if you do go home, you're going to not feel like going back out in the evening because you're going to be like, oh, it's too much a hassle to head back out. And so you're going to miss that opportunity to really explore the city of Rome. So it's important to pick a central location. Keep in mind, Largo Argentina, in my opinion, is the most central. It's the hub of transportation. Now, the downside of this area, it does not have easy access to the metro. You're going to be reliant on your feet, a taxi, or the local bus. You can get to the metro, but it's about a 20-minute walk to the nearest metro from Largo Argentina. Not too long ago, I did a video about where to stay in Rome, the neighborhoods from my least favorite to my most favorite. I'm going to put a link to that video in the description of this video. If you'd like, you can take a look at that. It would be very helpful to you if you haven't decided where to stay. And again, the link will be in the description of this video. You have just watched a short segment of a video I did about how to plan a trip to Rome. If you'd like to watch the full video, it's coming up right here. If you'd like to watch the video about where to stay in Rome, if you haven't made that decision yet, I've got a full video sharing all of my favorite places along with a few places you should avoid, and that video will be right here.